hair back, getting perms, dressing like them, trying to sound like them, trying to fit in. It's like an annoying brother, but we ain't no kin to them, so it makes it even worse. It's like, why is these people copying off of us and trying to be like us? That's how they felt. It's the same way they feel when they look at this whole gangster rap. Y'all copying off the mob. Y'all copying off of white gangsters. Y'all copying off of white bosses and thugs. And y'all glorifying it, but they used it to better themselves as a people, and they eventually became legit and built mega empires off of that. What have we done? What have we done with hip hop? Where has hip hop helped us as a people? So when you look at it, it's the exact same scenario as black hip hop artists coming into the black community, helping somebody go to college or helping a family rebuild their house. As one family, as one person that's going to get help, not everybody as a whole, not the black community as a whole. So you have people that's thinking, well, if white people was this and that, why would they have the hip hop industry, and why would they pay these rappers and athletes these millions of dollars? Because it's one family, it's one person, and this is what they don't care about. They know that these people are not going to help the black community as a whole, because it's definitely a hard thing to do, and they know that it's going to also destroy black families. It's also going to destroy the progression of black businesses, because you have people who have an invested interest in becoming a slave, basically, to becoming a worker. Even if you do manage to become, an athlete or a hip hop star, you're still a worker under their system that they control. What you are doing is not going to come back to the black community and help everybody. We so delusional about this fact. We so lost about the whole situation of what's going on in the black community that we don't see that we are lost. These people controlling it. We steady arguing back and forth about stuff that don't matter, about stuff that's really not going to help us out, and we're not seeing the big picture. That we're not seeing that we have a mental illness called hip hop. We have a mental illness that's basically destroying us, and it's a cancer. It's worse than cancer, because it's something that we bond with and connect with on an emotional level. Like I said, it's 10 times worse than crack ever was. It's the worst thing that we deal with. It's this bullshit ass culture that has been clearly destroying us. So you look at the evolution of it. As we all know, hip hop is not what it used to be. All the artists that was basically saying anything are gone. It's mumble rap now. It's stuff that make no sense. It's mindless dribble that doesn't stimulate your mind intellectually at all. It doesn't make you think. It doesn't cause you to rebel or want to do anything, to grow as a people, except for get enough money to shit on the rest of the black people. That's what it wants you to do. That's what it's telling you to do. It's telling you to disrespect black women. It's telling you to hate yourself, to be more like somebody who you don't really want to be like. It's telling you to do everything that's going to keep the black community where it is. And we all know this, but nobody wants to talk about it or admit it. So, when I look at all this stuff and I see people talking about keeping it real and the black community and this and that, they destroying it. These celebrities, these black entertainers, most of them have no clue, but a lot of them do. I don't see how you can't at this point understand what they have successfully done to us. Everything that they took from us, everything that they doing to us, but every year they want to give us awards about hip hop. They care so much about us talking about how many bitches we fucked and how much drugs we sold and how many niggas we shot, that they giving us awards and paying us millions of dollars to do so. But we don't want to make that connection that they're allowing this to happen and they're paying us because it's destroying us and it's keeping us exactly where we are as a people. We don't want to make that connection. We want to just say, oh, you hating. Oh, it's not the music, it's the people. We don't want to make the connection of how music can influence the mind. The reason why music is in every single commercial, because it influences the mind on that product. So hip hop, imagine what it's doing to us. I talked about all this before, but we don't want to make that connection. So the days keep going by. Days keep passing, weeks, months, years keep passing. It's the same situation. And the next year, we're arguing about the same thing all over again, involving somebody else. Same spiral we've been in for decades, and it's going to keep going because they have given us this whole fucking virus, I call it, of so what? I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. And when you say that to yourself, and when you say that to your kids, and when you say that, when you say that, period, it's the most destructive thing that you can say is you don't care. That means game over. That means they won. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. They won. That it's like they probably stand in ovation whenever they hear it and when they see it, and they know that's our mindset. It is what it is. And then you got the other mindset. Well, it's the end times. Jesus is coming. Jesus saves. So on and so forth. Like, I don't think y'all realize, one, how much messed up they got us, and economically, how much we are being left out of, pick money situations. And it's crazy. So even looking at the whole economic situation that's going on, as a people, everybody in America, everybody on the planet, I don't think we realize how much money these governments are making off of us, and how much money we produce as a people within our own economies, that they make so much more. Because if you have, 1 billion people, think about this. Think about a place like China. It's like 2 billion Chinese people. Think about daily. If every single one of those Chinese people, and we know some of them are going to pay more than $1, but just think about $1 in taxes that they would pay a day. Everybody pays $1 in taxes a day, which we know they pay more a day. That's, it's billions of dollars a day. You understand? It's billions of dollars per day. And we know it's more than that. So it's billions, multi-billions of dollars a day they're collecting in taxes when you really understand. So think about a year. Think about the kind of money those economies are generating for those governments and what they could possibly be doing with their money, but they are not. Then you look at the fact that we as black people in America have over $1 trillion a year buying power, but we can't get adequate schools. We can't get money for our kids. We can't get a raise. We can't get good health care. We can't get anything that's going to really help us, fix the community, to fix the potholes, to fix the abandoned houses that's on our block. We can't get nothing. And we contributing all this money a year, giving it to them to do absolutely nothing for us. And here it comes again, another income tax season where black people are going to get money. And they're going to contribute this year to the problem that's, a part of the reason why we have the separation between us, black men and black women. And that's going to be, this whole social media craze. And I've already been seeing it. I've been seeing so many black women talking about getting surgery. Oh yes, the secret is out. A lot of you people thought these Instagram models, just was in the gym, just eating right. They've been getting surgery. We've been seeing the ads all up and down Facebook, tax special, income tax special, get your body right. BBL, or whatever the hell it is. We've been seeing it. And I've been seeing so many black women posting, when I get my income tax money, I'm going to get the surgery. And what I'm talking about is body sculpting surgery. This is what these Instagram models are doing. And they're going and getting the surgery and, getting their butts done and their boobs done and then taking pictures. That's all you got to do now. You got girls on Instagram that have millions of followers. Millions of people following them. Because they took a picture walking down the street, because they took a picture, in the supermarket, and so on and so forth, put up videos of these crazy bodies that they got from these surgeries. So you're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna take thousands. A lot of stuff started like $5,000 to get the surgery. They're gonna take $5,000 out of a household or a family where they don't have $5,000 in savings in their savings account. They're gonna take $5,000 and put it in their ass, put it in their boobs, just so they could jump on Instagram and shake their ass and cause more problem to the black family than it already is. And this is what's happening. This is what we've been seeing. As I said before, you have a lot of issues where, as I said, black men, we want what we want. We know what we like. You see what entices most black men, and that's exactly what they put in the hip hop videos. That's exactly who they putting out there for us to go crazy over as women that look like this with bodies like that. And what's happening is these women are not going for the hardworking black dude that's trying to, grow his business or do something that's respectable. They're going for the guy that's a rapper, ball player, or already, rich from whatever. And this is the problem we have. And so when we have the argument, not dating black women, This is one of the reasons. This is one of the issues. When you have these women, most of them on Instagram, shaking their ass. If you see the majority of black women with bodies like this, Instagram page, anytime we see this as black men, first thing come to our mind is she's a hoe. Every single time. I don't care who you is or how nice you think you are or what you doing. If you have an Instagram page where you half naked black men, period, think you a hoe. I don't care what you're doing. It's just going to be that simple. And of course, that don't mean you are, but it's a stereotype that comes with that type of situation. Anytime you're half naked and you're displaying your body out there and taking in the comments of a bunch of men, strangers who complimenting on your body 24/7, obviously it's just about your body. Obviously they're there to try to get you in some way, shape, or form, and it's not going to be no respect there to where these dudes is trying to bring you home to mom or keep you. Because one, what dude is going to really wife you and marry you when you have an Instagram page, or you have a regular Instagram page with you half naked and a bunch of strangers in your DMs and comment section? Like, not too many men gonna put up with that, except for men that got the money and has the who knows his worth and understand that he has a lot of options. So this has been one of the big problems that we don't want to admit to that's happening in the black community. Everything is about getting a big ass. The more ass you got, the more men gonna be on your top. The more ass you got, the more attention you're gonna get, the more opportunity you have to make money. So this is what we're seeing. This is one of the reasons we can't come together, because they have their women. You have Latina women that have it naturally. You have white women now who peep now. They understand what's going on. They getting these crazy bodies as well, and they taking on the black men. So this is what's happening. This is one of those things that we can see that's directly tied with the culture, that is enticing a lot of black women, thanks to people like Nicki Minaj and people like Cardi B with these bodies and what they're doing and putting these videos out there that's making it like having that type of body is everything. So now you have black women chasing that look, and they're chasing those bodies, and they're willing to spend $5 grand, 10 grand, ain't got a college fund for their kids, ain't got a nice car, but they're willing to put that kind of money into their bodies for what? Now, of course, I understand some women want to get this stuff done to feel better about themselves because they don't like the way they shape. Some women got fucked up shapes and their bodies is just horrible, and the surgery is going to help out a lot of them. And I ain't really complaining too much about that. I like good looking women like the next person. The issue becomes, what are you going to do with yourself once you do get that surgery? Now, if you're just using that look to be on Instagram and get likes and comments and just add more fuel to the fire, then, that's a problem. But if you're using it to, because you want to look better and feel better about yourself, I can understand that. A lot of women that's getting the surgeries are married and already in relationships, and a lot of husbands is paying for the surgery. So I understand that part of it, but we can't act like this is not what's happening, and it's happening even more so from my point of view, from where I'm seeing it from, where you have this growing number of black women that's getting these surgeries done and taken to Instagram and social media to promote themselves as being a model because she got a big ass. So it's a problem. It's another weapon to destroy the black family that has been working really well. It's the future when you pay attention, because now this surgery was a lot more expensive. It's still expensive, especially on the West Coast. The East Coast is a lot cheaper. New York, Atlanta, Miami. But on the West Coast, you paying a lot more. But they're making these surgeries affordable, especially in the range of income tax money, to where they could just get this done. And a lot of women are jumping on that. And you had the whole hot girl summer where this whole thing was promoted, and you had a lot of women, getting their bodies done so they can run down to Miami, and shake their ass and show off. And this is what's going on. This is what's happening, and it's just another weapon, as I said, against us, that's destroying the black family. And it's something that you'll see a lot more of, and I've been seeing it a lot. It's inescapable, and it's crazy to see that so many people is doing this, and we keep pointing the finger at each other. Black men pointing at black women keep saying black men ain't shit, and so on and so forth. But none of us want to look in the mirror and realize that we both to blame, and we don't want to address the real issues surrounding why we are the way that we are. It's the culture, plain and simple. And until we change that, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change for us. That's going to benefit us and help us progress further. To me, I look at the situation, and as I said, we are so far behind. We have so many issues and things we need to fix. And every time we, stumble out of one just a little bit, here comes another big issue. Just, they keep their freaking foot on our throat 24/7, pounding us with next thing after next thing. The fact that they're willing to give up all this money to black athletes and entertainers, to keep us where we at. I mean, to have us chasing it. It's like nobody wants to be anything other than an entertainer or athlete. Nobody wants to put in the work to own a business and be an entrepreneur. And then you have, people who willing to work and dedicate their entire lives to a company that they'll never own, that they don't really know the owners, don't even get a thank you, and you're going to be living paycheck to paycheck and just getting by until you're too old to get by, and then, you messed up. Social Security is not enough money. You spent your whole life going to work, basically. It's crazy. So my main point in this whole thing is, I understand, what's happening. I can look at the situation with a lot of these celebrities and why they don't do what we think they should do with their money. I mean, if somebody told you what you should do with your money, you'll feel some type of way as well. But I understand one of the reasons why it's tough. I understand that it could be very easy if they wanted it to be easy, but they don't, obviously, for many reasons. But we got to stop looking to them to save us, because they already sold us out. When you really understand, we got to fix ourselves, and that's basically where it starts. And what I always tell you guys, it starts with you. As I put out with personal economics, I mean, a lot of you guys getting income tax money. It's a lot of things you can do to take that money and really, grow yourself over the next couple of years to where you could be in a position to quit your job and open your own business. And there's a lot of steps you can take right now if you are, fortunate enough to be getting that kind of money to do things and to put yourself in a better position economically. If you have the discipline to save the money, if you have the discipline to sacrifice. If you don't, then you will be back here next year, can't wait till your income tax or W-2 come in so you can do your income tax to have that money, where you shouldn't even be worried about that money. You should already be good, and that money should just be added on what you already have. And you should be in a better situation to where you are free, because that's what it's really about, having that freedom. But we got to look at the overall bigger situations that's keeping us from helping each other and being where we should be as black people. And that's the point. Nobody's really going to come into the black community and do anything major when they come there and see the kind of mental illness that exists and the kind of problems that exist. And nobody's going to put their life on the line to a bunch of people that'll basically kill you and rob you for you trying to help them out. So we kick this whole shit about black this and black that, and everybody want to be mad at Gayle King, which understandably so, but not be mad at the rappers and the other people who not doing anything for the black community, that's talking against the black community, that's promoting the destruction of the black community. We're not doing nothing to them. They're just cool. Yeah, we fucks with them, which, again, I understand that part, but it's so much deeper than us being mad at her about this situation and not being mad at them about what they're doing to us in this culture. So there's another year where we got to get our priorities straight. And as I said, the only way that we can fix anything is as individuals. You getting yourself together first and helping your kid get themselves together, and so on and so forth. If you worry about you and don't worry about what these celebrities doing or what anybody else is doing, if you fix yourself, if you fix you and become successful in your own right and pass that knowledge on, I mean, we can begin to build something that way. Because coming together as a group of black people, we're going to have religion that's going to be in the way, first of all. We're going to have trust that's going to be in the way, first of all. And then the just coming together part is so impossible right now with all the distractions. So this has to be individualized. It has to be something that we do on our own as far as fixing the black community and fixing black people as a whole. It takes, you yourself to fix yourself. And then if you pass on that knowledge, if you teach your kids correctly, then, we could possibly build something later on when everybody has the right mindset to do so. But as of right now, looking at all of the pitfalls that we don't even want to admit exist, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So again, another year comes, we're arguing about the same stuff. We're arguing about what some celebrity said about black people. We're arguing about beefs and, all kinds of stuff. We lose another celebrity, black celebrity that people love. It's the same stuff every year. And you have moments of good things that blind you from everything else. You have moments of happiness that blind you from everything else. You have ideas and fantasies of this good life and this future that you want to have that blinds you from everything else until you get to the point where you realize it's not going to happen. And the chance you had to do something about it is gone. And now you are where you are, stuck, whatever situation you may be in. So, time. That's all you got. It's not much left. You don't know when you're going to go. And a lot of people don't care. So, here we are. This is what we have to deal with. And there's so many obstacles and things that you don't even understand that's in your way. And the only way to really get around it is to get your shit together and get focused on you and where you really want to be and what you need to do to get there. And, act accordingly after that. But I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch. Definitely take advantage of these sales before they go. And I'll see you guys next video.